Oh, hey. Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com here. After another one of my wacky days of sleep, here with hour, 13 from the Ask Me, whatever you want to ask me thing. Today's sleep schedule was, I went to bed at 7 this morning, got up at 5 in the afternoon, went to bed at 6 in the afternoon after eating a sandwich, got back up at 10 o'clock tonight, and it's about 10:10 right now. So, and then I'll do these, and then I'll do my orders tonight and go back to bed. That's where I live, in bed, folks. Anyway, so a few things. Number one, thanks to everybody who went to check out the little songs on ReverbNation. I appreciate that. Some people are asking when those were recorded and why and how and whatever, but I forgot that they were even on there, to tell you the truth. But they were all, except for the first song, All Good Girls Go to Heaven. All those songs I wrote like 6 years ago in a matter of a week. And just 1 week's time. You know, I've got like a couple hundred songs, but those just happen to be on there just for the reason of people in Nashville to be able to check them out. A buddy of mine was wanting to record an album, so he just needed me to write a bunch of songs in the style of traditional country for him to record. So I just wrote a bunch real quick because it's easy for me to do, and I just threw them on there and just played all the instruments here in this room. And people are asking how I recorded it, and that's on the old infamous sorry about this, Tascam that everybody has apparently, the 2488 right there, and it just burns them to a CD. I mean, your CD pops out right there. So nothing on the computer, so it's just done right there, all them channels. So you got 24 actual channels on there, and you can do the 96 actual tracks if you need to. But that's where I recorded it at. And for the rest of it, check this out. If we could see. Yeah, that's just how filthy it is. See if you can see where I just wiped it at. Not with my stupid camera. Oh, there you go. But yeah, it's filthy, filthy. Hey, we can do it there. Okay, around the edge. So that was just recorded on there. But anyway, yeah, so it was, everything were just what are basically called scratch tracks. You know, they're just there not to be there forever. They're there just to give them an idea what the song would sound like, so he could re-record them. They could make the charts boom, boom, boom for the actual studio musicians to record those. So yeah, there's all throwaway tracks, and that's what they're on there for. But some people just asked if I had any songs they could hear, and that was the easiest way to get everybody over there. But yeah, the Good Girls Go to Heaven song, people were just asking about it all of a sudden recently, and I thought, hey, I'll just let you guys in on that. And but yeah, that song's kind of taken off for whatever reason, just people liking that song. So just thought I'd ask y'all to help me create a little buzz on that. So I appreciate y'all checking that out, and even checking out other songs that are on there. Like I said, they were never meant to be heard in the form that they're in, except for by just the guy that was going to sing them and the people who are going to play it. But thanks for checking them out. Appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still taking the questions on the this whole thing here. So I'm coming to the end of them though. But I know another 150 have been added since I put number 12 up. And it takes me about 3 hours to convert each hour of this over to something that will be able to be uploaded with my stupid ass camera. And I'll show that camera to you in a minute, because everybody keeps bitching about my camera. Want me to quit using the black lines on the side, make it wide view. Every time I put it on the wide screen, you all say, you know, that I'm huge and fat and all that stuff. Like, I know I am, but that thing really makes me look 80 pounds fatter, so that's why I don't do the widescreen no more. So people keep saying, do this, and I learned the ratio of a widescreen. I'm hunting wabbit. I can't even do my own FUD today. Can't do it. I sound like Johnny Cash with a cold. But yeah, I'm not changing that just so I can fill up your screen. I'm going to try to look skinny instead of try to make it all wide again. It's like, fuck, people call me Jack Black and Meatloaf all day long, or whenever I grow my hair out, they're always calling me Neil Young. Or so yeah, I wore the Meatloaf shirt today for those who think I look like Meatloaf, and then the Jack Black references. I guess it's from the School of Rock thing, but yeah, they're all pretty portly boys, and I know I've got, good God, who would ever thought this would come around? I graduated at 83 flipping pounds in high school. Anyway, people that keep asking about the camera, you can't see it. There's the camera. Let's see if we can do this. What is that? I don't know what it says. Oh, there it goes. But if you can read whatever that says on it, that's what I'm using. Or why don't you go to high def? It's like, I am in high def, you motherfuckers. It says high def right on here. But I don't know cameras. I'm a fucking guitar player. So that be it. Okay, let's get to questions. Back to the fun thing before this is all over with already. Okay, now this here's actually not going to be a lot of fun for a lot of you, but then again, questions are for each person. And this here actually has to do with volume pedals and steels and so forth. And it goes out to, looks like Gianfranco Rosati, probably Rosati. Gianfranco Rosati. Hi Scott, I study lap steel and I need help to use the volume pedal properly. That is, increasing volume after applying each note. I end up pressing the pedal either too early or too late. I can't seem to properly sync the foot and hand movements. It all seems so simple, but I am stuck. Any advice? Yeah, that's a weird one, man, because like I said, I always play with a volume pedal on every instrument I play, actually, except for harmonica. But if it's plugged into, and bass, but guitar, I will not go on stage without my volume pedal and my compressor, period, on any instrument. Except for keys, I still use the volume pedal for the whole master, but yeah. So for all the pedal steel and all that junk and lap steel, I'm going to just use this. I haven't even tuned it, but maybe I can do it while I'm over here. I don't even know if it's plugged in. Shows you how prepared I get. And sorry for the lame playing, but anyway, with coming in on the notes, you have to play them, of course. You have to actually play the notes way beforehand and sneak up on them, so you're actually, it's coming in. You like, so you have to, you have to play the notes. I know you know this way before they come in, because you have to fade into them, and you actually want to bring them to full volume on the beat. So you can go ahead and play way before the beat as much as you care to, but you got to get it there quick enough that it actually, your volume pedal gets to full volume, not full volume of the pedal, but full volume of the note that you're going to use on the beat. So you play, yeah, and that has to land on the beat. Okay, so if you're going to have two swells like I did, or three, so you have to actually play it before, at any time, of course, because it's going to be dead silent, and exactly when it's down, not all the way, because you need more headroom. That's why steel players play, 200 and 300 watt amplifiers. We have to have tons and tons and tons of clean headroom with no distortion. So yeah, that's it. That's all just God. Nothing more than just having to do it. And so every single pedal is so different. It's like being in a new world. So you find one pedal and get used to that one and use that one forever, and get a backup exactly like it that plays just like it. Just because two pedals say the same thing on them don't mean they're going to feel the same. Just like two guitars off the assembly line are never going to be anywhere near identical, even though the specs on them say they are. They're not going to be anything alike, and it's just because of the electronics. The wood can be exactly alike and be from the same tree, and the pickups can be wound identical, but the rest of the electronics are not going to be the same. There's going to be a huge difference, and it's going to make for a huge sound. People think it's the wood making the difference. No, it's not. It's the electronics that are making the difference, even though they're supposed to be the same. They're just under tolerance levels. Okay, so again, it's just, you have to creep in on those things, get used to one volume pedal, and it just has to happen. There's really no way to teach it other than to honestly say, just to remember that it has to go from 0 to the loudest that your note will be on the beat that you meant for that note to land on. So you play it whenever, and so you're never going to have to hit it early, because you have to play and then sneak in on it, and it can become a really fast motion. But you know, the explanation, of course, I'm taking this forever like everything I do, but sometimes the wife appreciates that. And sometimes my wife appreciates it too, not just when I'm doing it to y'all. I'm just serious. So, yes, I'm just serious. Yeah, just push down on that sucker. When it's dead quiet, ease it in, let the pedal do the work it's supposed to do, and let the pedal land when it's supposed to, not let the note itself that you played land on it. So the only time the notes are supposed to actually be played on the beat is when the volume pedal's just up and you're just playing notes. It's like on a guitar doing everything has to be dead on. But you know, with slide or lap steel or pedal steel, any kind of steel, that fading in has to be bam and just land on it. I mean, it's, even though you're coming in early with the fade, the volume of it has to land on the beat that you want it to come in on. So hopefully that'll keep you from overshooting it or coming in early. Maybe that will sink in, since you actually know what I'm talking about. No one else here has the slightest idea and has went to take a dump. Okay, finishes that page. I hope that helps, dude. Okay, more stuff that I have not taken a look at. Okay, my head hurts like hell today. It hurts like hell every day, but these folks are nice. I saw them over on, sorry, just shit hurts, over on ReverbNation, and good folks here. And I wish I was better with their names. Yannick, and you know, I'm going to have a Heuvelmans of a time pronouncing your last name. I know I just butchered it, but hey, I wish YouTube could talk so it could tell me how to pronounce these. It says, I watch your channel for a long time now, and I want to thank you for the videos because I learned from you. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. And that's all I want, just somebody to learn something, just because I had to teach myself everything. And I don't want anybody to have to do that, but so many people on YouTube are actually that way, that they're nice enough to give away their time and their information, and some of them hold back for some reason, but I just want to spill the beans and help people out. It's like, I'm not doing anything with it, you know. It's like, God, I don't know why people hold some information back. It says, my new question is, could you make a long video, of course, about Kiss, of course, yes. Just your knowledge about them, what you like about them, and why you like them. I'm also a big fan of Kiss. See, and yeah, I like your long vids. Okay, thanks and greetings from Belgium. Man, so okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I've got a couple Kiss fan-inspired videos coming up that I've got planned that people don't know I have planned. So I'll definitely do that section of it too. What all I like about them, and I could just sit there and talk forever and play with my Gene Simmons doll and my Britney Spears doll, and so you think I'm kidding? No, I'm not. Okay. Purposeful porpoise. I'm guessing I'm saying it right. If you could only take one guitar, one pedal, one amp, oh, that's the desert island thing. Yeah, so it would be ignoring that there is no power. What would they be? Oh, that's right. Somebody included that. So if it was actually that, and if it actually was going to be a guitar, an electric guitar, and the amp and the pedal, oh, one pedal. Shit. I used two. Well, okay then, I would change that. I would honestly change that. Because the volume pedal works correctly with the Johnson Marquee amplifier instead of having to use the Morley, because they don't work, the volume pedals do not work correctly on the Millenniums. They reset to 10 with every patch you change. Then you have to back it back off again. So they go wide open on the Millenniums, which is not a good thing, which is why I continue to use Morley. So I would actually take my pink paisley so that it could still be buried, pink paisley Strat, so it could still be buried with me when I die, with my little note in the bottle there. Then I would take my Johnson Marquee amplifier and my compressor. And that would be it. Because I would have my volume pedal, I would have all my effects there, I would have every little thing, and life would be a beautiful thing. My vomit pedal, volume pedal would be right there, that it works good. Reminds me, I should just start taking that instead of the... Nah. I like having my volume pedal right in front of my mic stand. You always use a tripod mic stand, never one with the heavy bass on it, because they pick up heavy bass and transfer it right to your microphone. When you walk across the stage, you hear all that clunk, clunk, clunk through your microphones. Number one, either you're using really cheap-ass microphones with horrible handling power, or you're using those stupid-ass steel-based microphone stands. Don't use those, use the tripods. Knock off about 95% of that noise. Okay, so that'd be the amps and guitars and stuff. Another problem with the printer here, so I can't read your name. Leo, looks like D-A-N-T-O-N. Leo Danton, got an FR, maybe it's an FR, in their logo here, and their avatar. Hi Scott, thanks again for putting out these movies. I have advanced to movies. Or should it be movies? Yeah. Oh God, give me drugs, give me drugs. And being so blunt and honest in your opinions, they're great. Thank you, my friend. I only wish I had more time to watch them all. First class. I have a couple of questions. Firstly, I'm in the market for a bass guitar, so I have been looking up a lot of reviews, including yours. I see that you rate the Japanese Fenders. Yeah. Have you had a chance to try the Japanese Jaguar Deluxe bass? No. Your thoughts would be appreciated. Second question to follow as I ran out of characters. Thanks, John. And then I see his right above. That's John from the UK. Yeah, just Japanese Fender, Japanese anything, and the further back the better, meaning 80s. The further back the better. But then, as far as Fenders go, yeah, continually still, Japanese are the best thing going. And for everybody out there, and I don't know anything about the one bass you're talking about, my friend, because I don't know anything much about new stuff at all, because the Jaguar, I just don't touch Jaguars of any sort, and I didn't know they make a bass for them, so I'm not looking for them, so I really don't see them. I just pass them right up in the little books and everything, and I can't imagine it being horrible. You just have to take a chance on that and trust yourself and play it compared to everything else. Nothing's going to tell that you don't take anybody's 100% advice, except for yours. Is actually the way I should put it. Just take what tells you to take it home. But I can tell you from experience that yes, the Japanese stuff is much better built than anything else. It was from day one and still is, as far as Fender goes, and as far as Ibanez goes, and as far as so many things go. But so, all you people out there, quit thinking that if you have to go get a new guitar, that you have to get a new guitar. Okay, you're spending more money on less of a guitar overall. They're like, well, I better go get an Epiphone then. It's like, why? It's like, you're going to blow all your money on this guitar that is subpar that you have to fix up. Why not get a guitar that's perfect for half the money? Just because it's used? I mean, dudes. Really, how many people do you see on stage with a brand new guitar? You know, as far as your big favorites. Nobody plays a new guitar. Why is that? Because generally they blow dog. So, that's my comment there. So, yeah, just try what you think's cool, and yes, the old Japanese stuff and the new Japanese stuff, Fender-wise and most otherwise, is superior. You know, when you go out the Fujijin, the Matsumoku, whole thing, it's just better. Everything about them are better. Here's one from Obelisk. I doubt it, but that's what I'm going to call it. 1000. Comment on the Kramer Night Swan. Also, thanks for all the videos. I really appreciate them. Okay, there once was a guitar made called the Kramer Night Swan back in the hair days. Okay, I commented on it. I don't know anything else to say about it. Never played one. If I did, I would have let you know. Only Kramers I've ever touched were the horrible Farrington acoustic electrics, which are just like the Fender Stratacoustics and Teleacoustics, just horrible stuff. Or the Dean Flying V thing. It's like just horrible stuff that nobody wants. And the only other Kramers are the aluminum necked ones. I skipped out on the whole hairband Kramer ones and have no idea what any of them are like. And then there were the Gibson owned ones, which are still now, but the musicyo.com era, which is gone, don't look it up. You could buy any Kramer for $69. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Or basses. But those days are gone. But it has nothing to do with the Night Swan. I know the one you're talking about, seen it. Saw the old hollow flash guitars back when everybody was using them. And, they were out, you know, the same time that it was Kramer versus Jackson versus Kramer versus Jackson versus Kramer versus Jackson. All over MTV. So, okay, there I commented on them, but I don't know anything about them other than I've seen them at the heavy metal clubs when I'd go there. Okay, here's that one guy again that was just talking about the Japanese Fenders and the movies. Says, okay, hi again, Scott. Listening to your movies. Hey, there it is again. And viewing the inside of your music room. You describe your location as the desert. Yes. Living in the UK, I try to imagine what that is like. Could you describe it or show it to us? I can show it to you or describe it to you. Right now I can't because it's like way dark. You also often say there's no music stores for miles. If your town is big enough, you have. Would you consider opening your own music store? You know, Groovy Guitar Emporium. That'd be pretty cool. Story there, and there always is with me, isn't there? Yeah, being in the desert, it's just like on the old westerns. You know, if you've seen old western movies with John Wayne, most of them are filmed like here, between Las Vegas and a town called St. George, Utah. Long before this, there's actually a movie called The Electric Horseman, if you can ever look it up, and it goes right through this town. And I mean, most of it happens in this town before it became as huge as it is. But yeah, it was actually filmed here. I mean, this was the actual location, and yeah, they showed the streets of it. But yeah, I'll take a video in the daytime and show you outside and around the house and show you all the mountains and. I mean, it is honestly just rocks, dirt, and dead plants that you know, the tumbleweeds. You know, they're sagebrush, and they grow basically just to die and roll around out here, and they do that, and it is no place that anybody would want to be. I mean, it's just out in the middle of nowhere. It's just a fake planted place, just like Las Vegas, Nevada is. nothing actually grows there, or nothing actually grew there until they made it happen, or they make it happen on a daily basis because of all the water they throw out there from um, Lake Powell, is it Lake, no, it's the big one. I can't even think of the big fucking lake. You guys will tell me. It's the lake right here. I fly over it every time I come home. It's 2 miles from where my wife works, and I can't think of it. You guys are watching me self-destruct right here in front of you. No, I may not be alive to see the end of all these. I don't know. It's the biggest lake around here. It's got the Hoover Dam that runs into it. I know there was a question here, but yeah, nothing grows here, man. So look at those really old westerns in black and white, and like I said, this is where they film them. I mean, there is nothing here. Like I said, there's no music stores. There's guitar strings at Walmart, the little bitty Walmart. We never had a Walmart till just a couple of years ago, and they decided to give us one just because the old people needed their prescriptions more than anything. Then they decided to build a store around it because they closed anything else that looked like a grocery store. So you have one place to shop here. Everything else closes daily. There's no reason to come here ever. It's like the golf. It's like the elephant graveyard, but for golfers. So it's just where old golfers come to die. Is really honestly what Mesquite, Nevada is. The average age here is like 67. Okay, if you look it up online, you can look it up there. Of course, just Mesquite, Nevada, and put median age, and it'll be 67 to 72, somewhere in there. Is the average age of the people that live here. They just come here to die, you know. So me being here now is a good thing, because I'm here to croak. But he's talking about the music store. I actually thought about it, and then I really thought about it. I almost bought some commercial property to live on, and then have, you know, the music store in the location that was right next door to it, and then realized there's nobody here that would actually play a damn guitar, because they're all too damn old, or any instrument that would be any fun for me to sell. You know, I didn't want to sit here and sell old used organs, or organ. What else do they play? Concertinas or accordions. But the only thing there is the high school here, and there's nobody that goes there. I mean, nobody that speaks English anyway, and they just need new blades for their knives and stuff, but no, or reeds for their instruments. I mean, the first one was actually correct. So they need spray paint cans to do some writing with on everything. So there's nothing to sell. There really isn't. So there's no need for a music store. I'd love to do it, but there's no reason I would go so broke. Everything that anybody opens up here, it's gone, except for Walmart. If you've seen the Walmart episode of South Park, if you ever watched that show, it's like it is a living, breathing entity of its own, and it has a heart of its own, and it kills people if you don't bow down and obey it. That's what it's like. This town is nothing but Walmart and the couple casinos that are still left, because this town won't be here much longer. So, but yeah, I'll take the pictures and I'll do all that. But yeah, you can't open up a music store if there's nobody here of any age that needs to buy anything. Okay, Aaron and Trez, I'm gonna guess. Hey Scott, what's happening? There. Aye. I'll try to quit that. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. What are your thoughts on the low-impedance Gibson guitars? Oh, good question. Thank you. The Les Paul recording personal professional models, Aaron. Yeah, way over most all of them. Again, the only reason that the 52s didn't fly was just because of the bridge. But everybody loves, even though they are desecrating, all of the original Les Pauls, and the ones that they still make every single year that have the P90s in them. I know you're talking about the other ones, I'll get there. But yeah, with the single coils, which the other ones have, that you talked about, and which Les Paul played, those were his favorites, as you know. But those are the guitars that just honk, man. They got those P90s and they just sound amazing. And now they're taking every one of those 52, 53, 54, 55, 56s, and so forth, and anything else that had P90s in them, and they're doing the conversions on them to try to make them look like a 59 and putting a new finish on them and selling them for $45,000 because they can't get $15,000 out of them. So they're trashing all of our history in order to do a conversion on a guitar so that the wood is old so it will sound a certain way. The only way old sounds is, "Hey, honey." That's what old sounds like. Yeah, even old acoustic guitar wood, it sounds that way. People say that old sounding guitars, acoustics, sound better than new ones. No. They just think they do because they're old. Okay, so he's talking about the, if you guys don't know what the recording models and the professional models are, just look at Mr. Les Paul himself. He's playing them and nothing else. Okay? And they're the low impedance guitars. And they're nice and quiet. They have tons of options and in and out of phase and all that stuff. And then two, slanted single coil pickups on them. They're not the P90s. They are just the pickups that belong on those, and they're amazing and they sound great. It's still built like a Les Paul, so it's still built badly, and the headstock's still going to pop off, and the neck's still got a 4 degree tilt back angle on the entire neck, which sucks, and it still weighs 300 pounds, which sucks. So it's still a sucky ass guitar, but the sounds on them are better for my liking, and that is for clean playing. So if you want to play clean all the time, which I would love to, they are amazing guitars. So they are just darker than a Telly sounding. How do you fix that? You turn up the treble. Everybody's like, well, this one's just too dark, this one's too warm, or this one's too bright. That's why you got a treble knob and a bass knob on your amplifier, kids. Change your guitar's sound by dialing that. Don't expect to just have one amp setting and then buy a guitar that fits that amp setting. Even though everybody accuses me of having that. They said every guitar you play sounds like a Strat because you have your amp set to the Strat sound. It's like, wow. Okay. Okay. God, I can believe I've went this far and fucked it up so much. But yeah, superb guitars. I would take them any day over that hunk of shit, the Les Paul thing, or anything that Slash played, or anything with a fucking humbucker in it. And yes, 90% of my guitars here have humbuckers in them, but 90% of the guitars here are collectible and will never be played. So I take the single coil ones with me only to the gig. So it'd be fun to have a guitar that was collectible and had the single coils in it, but I don't have many of those. But I hope I do before I croak again. Or, not before I croak again, but hope I have another groovy guitar with single coils someday. Oh, I actually just bought one of my old, well, not one of my old guitars back, but I actually bought me another guitar back that I wish I wouldn't have sold, and that was the James Burton Telly with the blue flame thing on it. I bought that today again. It's because I hated myself for selling the other 6 that I had, because I bought all of them. Of every year, of every color, not the Mexican thing, even though they're just, well, they're not as good as this particular model because James Burton uses the silver lace sensors in this one, even though they don't say lace on them because Fender won't allow it. Okay, but that's what's in there. Okay, so, yeah, great axis. Let's go to, is my computer fucking up on the same name, or is it the same person? Nope, different person. Looks like Lance Mod, one word. Hey Scott. Hey! What would you think of a fully hollow, I would hate it, I can already tell. Thick as all can be, acrylic body. Well, I changed my mind. Okay, you went to acrylic. I've got this in the works actually. Acrylic body guitar with a Kramer aluminum neck on it. Possibly a baritone. You lost me there. Sorry, no baritones for me, but anyway, you're asking. Any thoughts on how to improve my winter project idea besides an Evertune bridge? No Evertunes. And a roller net. Well, if it's your project, I guess you can have whatever you want. Yeah, the acrylic body I'm actually talking about and having a hollowed out like this one here, and I know you don't care because it's not your guitar, but you're talking about doing your thing. Or is this Lamond? Nope, it's not the guy who made it. From Lamond Guitars. And yeah, all these designs are just where it's actually hollowed out in the back. Yeah, you can stick your fingers right in these holes. See right there? They're as deep as what you see here on the sides. So the acrylic is cut to relieve some weight and to give it a cool look. And everybody's like, "Eh, that looks horrible with that stupid kid spider web on it." It's like, fuck you. You get your guitar, I got mine. Anyway, but I'm going to do one like this, but a different thing, kind of a Firebird deal. But where it's all cut out almost completely, but just where it says a great big thing cut out all the way through, that just in cursive says Groovy, and then light it up. But yeah, cut most of the weight out of here because you don't need any of it. You don't need any body at all, just enough to support the weight of the tension that's going on there, and a place to put the bridge and pickups. Other than that, I don't give a shit, and the guitar doesn't give a shit. But yeah, definitely carve it out because that's heavy as shit, and that's only half the thickness of a regular Telly to begin with. God, fuck my head. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the other stuff that you want, I have to remember, this isn't what I want, this is what you want. Thick as hell acrylic. Yeah, if you want to make it thick as hell, I'm not sure why, but then to hollow it out, but whatever, again, it's yours. The Kramer aluminum necks I really like. If you want to put a better neck on there, of course, go with the again, sorry, I can't hardly function today. I know you guys already know it. Modulus necks, or the Moses necks, the graphite necks, so put it that way, are actually better. Because you can't put, you're not going to get a roller nut on a Kramer neck. You can't do it. They're solid as a flipping piece of steel. You'll never be able to carve it out for a roller nut on one of those guitars. You can't do it. It's impossible. So you got to think about that. And then you're talking about the Evertune bridge. God, to even try to hollow out a thing like that for the Evertune bridge, and they have to do it. You can't install it on your guitar. You have to send it in, pay them $250 to install it, and you have to pay shipping both ways, and you have to buy the unit, and they have to put it in themselves, and it's going to look like shit through your acrylic guitar. So don't do that, is my suggestion. The Evertune, I wish people quit asking about it, but, and then they're saying the roller nut. The roller nut's great, but do it on a graphite neck. Okay? It's just a lot of good ideas, but they aren't going to work with an acrylic body, and they will not work with a Kramer neck. Okay? So, that'd be that. Michael Portraits. Dear Groovy DJs, well, we have committed 18 billion US tax dollars. Okay, we're going to Pakistan, and my head would kill me. Okay. Okay. We have. I don't know who we is, but okay. Billion US taxpayer dollars. Okay, so the we meaning people from the US in aid to Pakistan since 2001, which is a bunch of bullshit. Nuke the fuckers. That's my solution before I read the rest. In return, they knowingly harbored bin Laden for years in a camel jockey club, med compound in the heart of the upscale neighborhood. Do you agree with me that we should nuke them? Yeah. Right fucking now, he asked. No, 11 years ago, 12 years ago. Again, the people who suck, nuke the motherfuckers. Afghanistan, nuke the motherfuckers. Iraq, Iran, whatever, nuke the motherfuckers. If they suck, if they are a burden on just society, sorry about the innocent casualties, whatever, I'm all for that, and I don't care about innocent people dying, because I don't. If that makes me an animal or a monster, Merry Christmas. If a million people want to unsubscribe now, whatever. But yeah, nuke them motherfuckers. People who suck should die. Period. So yeah, nuke the motherfuckers. They should have done that a long time ago and put me in as president and fire everybody in the Senate and the Congress, otherwise I'm not going to do it. and I'll push the motherfucking button myself. I need to have absolute power over here and nuke them motherfuckers. You rape somebody, you get your dick chopped off. You go shoplifting, they chop your hands off right then and there. Eye for an eye, all that kind of shit. You bet. Immediate, swift justice, no putting people in prison. You deal with them right then and there. Fuck them. If they commit a crime, nuke them. Or fuck them up. Or whatever. If, yeah, swift and Taylor Swift and terrible justice. Swift and terrible happen to usually go in the same sentence together when you're talking about music. And it's not really music if you're talking Taylor Swift, is it? It's like listening to Miley Cyrus. And fuck that hairdo, good God. Okay, so there's my tangent. So yeah, nuke 'em. Nuke 'em, nuke 'em, nuke 'em. God, I'm getting nowhere, just like always, but that's okay. I'll just take some more drugs during the break for champ. That's where my... Can't talk some days. Probably shouldn't be making these today, actually, but you guys see me through good and bad, so thanks for dealing with me through bad, because I just wanted to get these going again and shouldn't be. Jason Kenny, top 3 guitar players of all time. Don't know, couldn't give a shit. I'm sorry to be that blunt, but I really don't know, and I don't give a shit. I have no idea. I don't listen to guitar players, I don't rate them, I don't see why anybody does, but everybody does, but I won't go there. Me. Am I? No, but I'll say me, and then me again, because I am me and I care about me. Do I care about y'all? I do, because that's why I sit here and do shit for you guys all the time. And I want you to be better than me, for God's sake. So hopefully it's going to be you. But right now, all I care about is me and what I do, and that I get to play and teach people. So I'm number 1, 2, and 3 until somebody tells me different, which is usually every day, but still. And I know I suck, but I give good lessons. I'm a good teacher, so yeah, I don't play the top 3 guitar player games. I just really don't. I don't know why anybody would or should. Okay, from Michael Portraits again. Michael's Portraits. I'm guessing that's probably his actual name. You can go online and Google it and be able to get a find out where his business is, if he has a business. I'll have to find out and look it up, since he knew I was going to pay it a bunch. Okay, he's talking about penthouse centerfolds and hot female schoolgirls and teachers. I haven't read it, but that's all I'm seeing in here, of course. It's almost like a Dear Penthouse thing. Okay, from Michael's Portraits. It says, I don't know if he's on the next one too, or if this is a continuation or not. Let's see. 2 more smoking hot females. I guess I fucked it up already. 2 more smoking hot female grade school teachers just got busted for having sex with their underage students. Okay. Okay, so we got hot bitches fucking their students. Do you feel they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law? Or are you as pissed off as I am about these penthouse centerfold looking English teachers weren't around when you were 13? Actually, they were around when I was 13, and I was fucking them because they were in my crowd. They weren't my teachers, but I was getting laid left and right by these kind of girls because I was on stage, and people liked to fuck back then and turn me into a man. So I'm not bitter about that, because during 13, 14, 3 days after I was 13, I was banging hot chicks. So I'm not worried about that at all. But yeah, about your question, just back to the other thing, an eye for an eye. Even though you can't cut their dong off, you can super glue their pussy lips shut. So same thing for them. That's what if people have a problem, just like Anthony Weiner, why haven't they just killed the fucker already? Just swift and immediate justice. If it's provable beyond a shadow of a doubt, or you catch them in the act, or they just admit to it, do it. Yeah, I say use a soldering iron, and then solder, then melt their pussy lips together so they can't fuck anymore. And do it all the way so they can't pee anymore except for inside themselves, which would give them infection and they would die within a few days. So that's the way I would do it and let them enjoy that nice infection until they just fucking popped. So there you go. You wondered. That's my actual answer. So yeah, I don't care if they would bang me at that age. I was doing fine. And you can too if you're a musician. You can't do it in this day and age. If you're a musician, you're scum of the earth now. So you better have lots of money because nobody gives a shit about musicians. They think music just comes from a guy who takes the record and goes and puts a mouse head on his thing and goes, hey, yo, yo, Yeah, I've got that job too, but they pay 3, 4, 5, 6 times as much to play an MP3 on your iPod or your laptop as they do to play real music. Trust me, because like I said, I have my mobile DJ business and I do my live band and I've done my shit, and I charge way more because I can get way more for the DJ thing. And you don't ever have to learn how to play an instrument, and you will get more ladies because you get to nail all the bridesmaids if you're single. But I don't get to no more, or I don't want to actually. So been there, done that. It all's the same, dude. It's going to cost you one way or another. Okay, so there you go. And the next one is on half a page, and the other half is on this page. So I will get 2 pages together. And this one goes, oh, it's me answering somebody else who replied to one of my questions. I don't know how that one works, but no, that's from Panama Jack, sorry, and then it's mine. So Panama Jack, and there's somebody keeps bitching at me. You missed my question back there on, it was right after this one and that one. Tell me what fucking number it was on. Was it on number 1, number 2, number 3, number 12? But somebody keeps writing, you missed my question. Tell me what fucking number it was on, so I can go back and read. I'm not going through 600 questions to find your thing, or ask your question again, please. Okay, I know you're watching every one of them because you watch right every day and said I missed it. It's further back, it's further back. I'm not going back to find the motherfucker until you tell me where it's at, okay? So whoever you are, and you've written me like 10 times, you missed mine, you missed mine. It's probably the dumbest fucking thing around anyway. Sorry if it's not, and sorry if I like you, but I don't recognize your name, so I don't know if I like you or not. But tell me where the fuck to look, or just ask it again. I'll answer it if you just ask the motherfucker again. Sorry that I missed it out of 600 questions. Sorry. Okay? Excuse me. So Panama Jack, what camera do you use? The one I showed at the beginning of this thing. It's a blue one. And beyond that, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a cinematographer. I'm here to make videos and I don't care. So, to film your videos. And where do you get all the cash for your Uber, which is not a fucking word, quit using it, Uber Rare guitars, which I've made a video for how I do it. I do these lessons online, and I get paid when people buy my DVDs or my downloads and all that, and I doubt that I'll see the cash from you, so there's your uber cool answer. And it's not a real fucking word, so quit using it. Okay, and he's probably like, wow, he's a dick, I'll unsubscribe. It's like, hey, I'll get over it. Okay. And I could be serious, or I could not be serious. It doesn't matter. I don't know what the camera is. It's blue and it says Sony, and it says something in Spanish, so I'm not going to read it. If it says something fucking Spanish here, I'm not reading the motherfucker. I always press 1. USA will be soon. Press 1 for Español. And 2 for English. Soon. You watch, motherfuckers. I'll be dead by then. That'll be cool. Cool. Everybody keeps saying, why do you keep saying you're going to be dead? Because I'm dying, motherfuckers. The liver's falling out from too many goddamn drugs. Prescription. Shit. So, yeah, I'm leaving y'all. Okay, this is from Heratus 007. Bond. James Bond. A fret started to lift out on one end. How do I fix that? Glue? Hammer? Okay. And I wrote to him, and I never got a response that I remember. So, I don't know if I should give a response, but... and this is... I can go off on a tangent, but I will. I asked him if he had a rosewood fretboard by chance, and I would guess you do. Because rosewood fretboards, the frets will lift out of them if you're a fucking moron. That means by putting oil and shit on your fucking fretboard, your frets will fall off your fucking guitar if you are oiling your fucking rosewood fretboard. So don't put oil on your fucking rosewood fretboards or your fucking frets will fall the fuck out. You get it? The tree is fucking dead. Don't oil the motherfucker. You clean it with a little bit of water on a rag when you change your strings. That's it. So if you're using oil, you deserve it. Because that just loosens up the wood and your frets will pop the fuck out. So quit it. 95% of the people will tell you to put oil on there because they want to sell you something. And because they're fucking stupid and they're in these, oh god, what's that bass talk? Or bass chat or talkbass, talkbass.com. Let me get in on them where they, in a little bit, yeah, them stupid motherfuckers over there were talking shit about me. So I went over there, nice as hell, and their moderators kicked me out and left all them there. And I never said a nice word at all. I mean, I never said a bad word at all. I just, they were making fun of how much I paid for a bass guitar and couldn't leave it alone that I'll pay whatever the fuck I want. Or they couldn't see how anybody would spend any kind of money for a bass guitar. It's like, so I just went over there and joined, and of course they kicked me out. I said, look, it's my money, I buy whatever I want. Leave it alone. But they couldn't, and the moderators kicked me out, and not any of them. But I went over there like I was supposed to, and turned each person in who was ragging on me, like, cause against rule number 1. This is again at talkbass.com, and rule number 1 is you can't be harassing anybody or giving them any shit or anything. And so I turned in anybody that was directly to the moderators, and they never did anything about them. Just banned me. And go read it. Just go over there and do a search. Go to Talkbase. You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk. You don't have to join. Just go to where it says forums. Then on the right it'll say search. Put in Scott Grove, and there'll be this shit down there about whatever you see that has my name on it. And then just go read that 4-page thing. They've closed it now, but the thread's open. You can see exactly what it is. Or you can ask for a link and I'll give it to you. But that's why I talk is staying out of forums. Okay, your fret. You put it back in the same way all frets are put in. Same way you go in here on YouTube and you look it up. You hammer them in. So hammer the fucker back in after your wood dries, after the oil gets out of there in 10 years. Okay, because that shit stays there for fucking ever. So, yeah, you just hammer it in. It's held in by pressure. You know, so that pressure loosens up as soon as you put oil on and your shit pops out. So, did I rant long enough? I guess so. It's almost time to be done with this one, and I didn't answer anything like usual. Okay, so, and you never answered back in the past week that I've given you to answer back on that one that I know of. If you did, then sorry. I'll answer it later when I copy out some more papers. Okay, from Glick Video. How do you not rage about everything when there's so much bullshit out there? I know, no fucking shit, right? When there's so much bullshit out there that's been fed to people for decades. It's just what I'm on, buddy, you know it. That's what I'd like to know. I can't fucking help it, man. I'm ready to explode all the time, as most of you can tell. And then they call me the dick about it. It's like everybody else is actually the dick. I'm just the person who says it out loud, whatever the fuck I feel. And everybody thinks, wow, you foul-mouthed motherfucker. You know, how do you know that if there was a Jesus that he wasn't a foul-mouthed motherfucker too, and he wasn't hanging on that goddamn cross going, fuck this shit hurts, God, whatever, Dad, what the fuck? How do we not know that? You know? Or whatever their equivalent of fucking words were. By the time you do that shit, and you have crowns of thorns stuck in your fucking head, you're gonna fucking say something no matter if you're the son of God or not. He's got more here. I'll read it. But I'm going to vent since he is allowing me to. The guy has a lot of first-hand experience to learn from, and he backs up with his rants with facts. He's talking about me, and yes I do. What's wrong with that? Not a fucking thing, but there is, according to 95% of the people currently watching, actually. if you'd actually listen to what he has to say, if only more people were this passionate, and which is exactly what it is, passion. It's not about me wanting to anything else. It's like over fucking passionate about all this shit. I would like to leave you guys less dumb than you are now before I fucking croak. And I know I keep talking about me being dead, but it's me that's gonna be dead, not you, so I'm fucking freaking about it, okay? So it's on my head every second. It's like, fuck, I'm gonna be dead. Fuck, I'm gonna be dead. Why? Because fuck, I'm gonna be dead. They're like, why do you keep talking about it? It's like, wait till it's your fucking turn, dude. Try not to think about it. If only one more were this passionate about what they do and helping others, there'd be a lot less morons in this world that need to be killed and pissed on. Thank you. And that was actually a reply to Sergio. I didn't even see it. So he's replying to Sergio, which we'll come up to. Either we will or he erased it, from Sergio Terrell. So whenever we get to Sergio Terrell on the next one, we'll find out. Because I'm stopping here because I fucking hurt and I'm going to go take some more shit and then come back and record some more. Because I need to get it fucking done. Because I just need to get all these done. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, of course you guys, anybody that gives a fuck or knows me at all already knows that, man, it's like I do this, it's a labor of love, it's a legacy, it's a whatever, and I don't spew shit just to spew shit. I spew shit to get it through your fucking heads, you know, and try to deprogram it from them fucking forums that you won't stay out of. And I even went back to a forum just because somebody said, hey Scott, they're talking shit about you, so I went to go see what was up, so I had to answer. Everybody's always telling me not to poke the hornet's nest and not to feed the trolls, but I can't fucking help it because I'm retarded. So I keep doing these things I'm not supposed to do. So yeah, I'm trying to teach everybody, and everybody's like, well, what makes you think your way is right? Not everything I do is right. I tell you when it's right, and when it's right for me, and when it's right for everybody, and when it's right for, you know, when everything is open to interpretation. I fully disclose when it's my opinion and when it's fact. And then when I say it's fact, everybody says, well, how can you say it's fact when 98% of the world says it's not? It's like, because I fucking know. I do things, I do experiment. I have done, you guys know this, I can back up every fucking thing I say. Let's put it that way, so I don't have to rant. So I can back up everything I say. And if you need help doing that, then basically just fuck off, because I'm tired of proving myself. I've got all the videos here to back it up. Go fucking look through them. Do a search. There's a search on everybody's channel. Search for what you're looking for. I've got it all right here for you to look at. So anybody that doesn't believe anything I say, I have covered it and recovered it and recovered it, and I'm sick of hearing myself talk too. Some of you people I can't believe are watching every one of these, and that's great. You're turning off Days of Our Lives or whatever it is for an hour a day and watch one of these per day or one a night, and some people watch 10 in a row. You know, it's like, fuck, I'd kill myself if I had to hear, you know, I have to hear myself all the time and that drives me nuts. But bless you all for doing so. And again, thanks for checking out my little songs that I asked some, you know, just with my little plea to go check them out. Just knew that they were on there, or was reminded via an email that they were there, so I just threw the little thing on, and thanks for checking them out. And again, they were, just like I showed at the beginning of the video, they were just thrown together as demos of hardcore country songs, because it was a hardcore country album to be sang by a hardcore country singer. So I just wrote all the songs except for the Good Girls Go to Heaven song in God, a week or something like that, and recorded everything in 2 days and just played them all right here and sang the scratch vocal tracks and kind of showed where harmonies might go, and there they be. So thanks for checking all that out. This was unlucky episode 13, but yeah, like I said, I'll go take some more Loratab and fuck my liver up, and I'll be right back for number 14. Alright? I'm sorry to be this way, but like I said, I know some of you get it and aren't going to fuck with me over just the fact that I feel bad. So I'll quit pissing and moaning and go upload or go do my shit and be right back for 14, okay?
Aye, aye.